During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against a culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A, always, B, aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. Man, you climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
And happy Friday, folks. It's a lovely Friday afternoon and end of the week edition of Revenge of the Sis, your favorite right-wing comedy, news, and entertainment program. Mike Sheely and Royce Lopez rounding out the week with you. What up, dogs? What up? How's everybody doing out there? Oh, that's my computer.
Yeah, that's your computer.
Sorry about that. Yeah, you know, just why do these things before the show, right? I apologize. I had my headphones in, and then, you know, you yank them, and then what have you. So, how's everybody doing today? Are guns illegal yet?
No, not yet. Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
But,
Are bridges illegal yet?
they fucking should be. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, so we were doing it live yesterday on the show because it was happening while we were doing the show, but that bridge in FIU... I think 6 people.
6 people dead.
Were killed. I mean, there were cadaver dogs there all night. It's still trying to recover the victims because it was 950 tons.
I believe the PC term they like to use is rescue dogs.
Okay, whatever. Rescue dogs.
Cadaver dog. For those of you younger folks, that's what we used to call them.
Yeah.
And like most things in America, the language has softened to the point where I think they're rescue dogs now.
Right.
You know, just
so
happily wagging their little tails.
Man, that was bad. My sister lives on there. She went literally down and was, taking pictures and seeing what was going on. It was bad, dude. It was open for 5 days.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. And then of course I saw some there was some MRA in my timeline. Mm-hmm. One of these men going their own way types. I was like, oh, it was an all-female engineering team, right? There's a big thing about feminism. I'm like, trust me, dude, if there was, I'm the kind of guy who would look for that sort of thing, and I would love to say I told you so on the air. But that's not the case.
It's not.
It's just a terrible accident.
Yeah.
We said it from the beginning. I'm sure they're going to look into this and find it was, your typical real estate-y construction-y, trying to cut corners type of deals. And I don't know.
From
They
the
said
south-
they
sorry, go
said they were testing the cables, I guess, because it was suspension cables on this
Right.
bridge, and I guess they tensed them up, and then they were doing stress tests on them. So I don't know if it just happened during the stress test, but I would think you'd do that.
So I guess the stress test failed then?
Again, from what I heard, they did the stress test and it passed, and then it just what are you gonna do?
Well, according to the
Whoops-a-daisy.
South Florida Business Journal, FIU promoted technique used to build failed pedestrian bridge as a solution to the nation's infrastructure woes.
Well, I would hate to see how bad our infrastructure woes were before they invented this. Was it the self-cleaning concrete?
The bridge that collapsed at FIU was designed and built using a technique the university has been promoting for 8 years as a solution to repair the nation's aging infrastructure. Known as accelerated bridge construction. This
Great.
That's what it's called.
That sounds great.
This approach calls for the main span to be built off-site and then hoisted into place atop support columns by significantly reducing construction on roadways.
Yeah,
roadways.
like a prefab building, like a Checkers or a Rallies, depending on where you're from.
FIU touted this as a way to keep up work and reduce traffic disruption and injuries. The idea took root at FIU in 2010 when the university hosted a meeting of bridge engineer professionals. FIU provided $50,000 in seed funding for the Center of Accelerated Bridge Construction, which launched in 2011. It started conducting monthly webinars on the construction methods.
You know, the Chinese do this. They do like I've seen videos. They'll put up a skyscraper in like 2-3 weeks. It's really creepy. But then you got to wonder, like I've always wondered, even with this bridge now, it's like, when you rush through a job like that, every time you're on the 50th floor, you're like, is this building even,
Yeah.
They threw this thing up in 3 weeks. What was the other one? There was the, I think
Dubai does that too.
the Burj, whatever it's called, the Burj Khalifa or whatever, the really beautiful Dubai Tower. I've heard people like go, I don't know about that one either, because they just, it's impressive. It's impressive to be able to do that in such a short time. You know what else is impressive? Building a bridge that stands for hundreds of years and doesn't kill anybody.
Like the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
The U.S. Department of Transportation awarded the Accelerated Bridge Construction University Transportation Center at FIU $7.5 million and a 5-year grant to advance the construction method. FIU was the lead institution, also working with partners at Iowa State, University of Nevada, and Reno. Director Atord Azanam, it's not going to work here anymore. Director of the Accelerated Bridge Construction Center couldn't immediately be reached for comment. You think?
Former director
Yeah.
of the Accelerated Bridge.
So, yeah, and I don't know. From what I've heard, too, the construction team wasn't licensed.
Gee, in Miami, you don't say.
Nothing is licensed in Miami.
Imagine. Wait, hang on. I gotta do my Paul Joseph Watson. Imagine my shock.
Dude, it's
a tragedy. But again, this is gonna come down to people putting money in their pockets, people buying fucking, cheap recycled 9/11 concrete, or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that same old. Watch, you'll see it. All this money probably went into developers' pockets, and
everyone is in panic mode. Check this out. Bridge, I might have a video. Bridge project responsibility of FIU, not state. Firm hired for independent review, not pre-qualified. So the blame game's already started.
oh, everybody's gonna be.
As the search is on for answers.
NBC6 investigator Tony Pipito found questions about the bridge's design and the qualifications of one of the inspection firms. He joins us live in studio with more. Tony.
FIU was in charge of this project. The two
That's right, Tom. I'm not actually angry that I'm way older than you and I should be anchoring and you should be doing this. I'm not bitter at all.
Yeah, I'm not dying inside at the fact that you had to throw it over to me, but sure, let's do this.
companies it hired to design and build it are world-renowned, but it came crashing down. on a day when workers were adding stress to the bridge to test it.
Right,
One
yeah.
question sure to be asked, were they trying to build a bridge too heavy and too far? As engineering feats
No, you're fired. You're out of here, bud. Get your shit and go.
Go.
There is no self-respecting news director should have done anything but what I just did there.
And
You're
say
fired.
you're
Get the
fired?
hell out of here. While the broadcast is going on. How dare you?
test it. One question sure to be asked, were they trying to build a bridge too heavy and too far? As engineering
Know what
feats
you were
go,
doing with that.
He knew.
this bridge pushed the limits.
And this is the largest that
Push
we've
it
swung
to
in
the
United
limit.
States.
Walking on some concrete heads. Go underneath and you'll be dead.
You got a winner.
All right, sorry. What was this guy saying? Let me back up a bit.
Sure to be asked, were they trying to build a bridge too heavy and too far? As engineering feats go, this bridge pushed the limits.
And this is the largest that we've swung in the United States.
Munea Construction Management's president told us as much Saturday.
Like any construction project, it takes a large group of people, and they have to work in harmony and in unison for it to be a success.
Instead, disaster that came on a day when engineers were adding stress to test the integrity of the structure raised on Saturday.
Pedestrian bridge crushes my new Lexus. Gotta win it. It's fucking. These guys are all gonna be. This is gonna be weeks of just them going.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't. First of all, the college is the one that has the bridge, right?
This is gonna be.
There's gonna be a bunch.
If I'm correct, the FIU was taking all the credit a couple weeks ago when they got the government grant.
I'm telling you, this fucking. I'm assuming Cuban fucking construction.
It has to be.
manager is probably gonna be fucking. All of a sudden, he's gonna have memory loss.
Was consistent with best practice. They did not prove to lead anyone to the conclusion that we would have this kind of a result.
Yeah,
And
you
this was-
think?
Was not just any bridge. For the first time, all the concrete on a bridge was infused with a substance to trap pollutants and keep it white.
Maddie's pointing out in the chat too that there are still Roman aqueducts that stand and function properly.
Yep.
Substance to trap pollutants and keep it white. A civil engineer we
Well,
spoke to.
So not all of it was bad.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what direction they were trying to go with the bridge, but that's not the point.
In FIU, that would be a fucking uphill battle, though.
Just any bridge.
Trying to keep the bridge
For the
white. I'm
first
surprised it didn't work.
time, all the concrete on a bridge was infused with a substance to trap pollutants and keep it white.
Vibranium?
Hey, maybe the bad frat broads were walking on the bridge. And it fucking
no,
fell.
that's right. You're right. They're over the 950 ton.
Not together, but
Yeah.
I mean, together they are, not separately, of course.
Right, no.
But they've decided to cross it together.
Right.
A civil engineer we spoke to said the concrete made it extra heavy for such a long span.
You think?
It was designed to withstand a Cat 5 hurricane.
I don't
But
think
not-
that's correct, though.
I'm going to say false? That it could withstand a Cat 5 hurricane?
Because apparently it couldn't withstand a clear, sunny Thursday.
Yeah.
So I don't know how Cat 5 would have.
It couldn't withstand a fucking cat walking on it.
Yeah, Irma would have fucking deep dicked this bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Cause this.
If somebody's done anything wrong, they'll be held accountable.
Moloch! Our Governor Moloch.
He does. He looks more like Moloch every fucking year.
They'll be held accountable.
Also a concern, because the bridge was so unusual, it required a second design check by a firm that was pre-qualified by FDOT. Tonight we learned the firm hired by FIU's contractors was not pre-qualified, a violation of the agreement according to FDOT.
Ooh.
FDOT is Florida Department of Transportation. Yeah, that's not
good.
No.
It's not great.
Dude, there's going to be some
No, I'm sure you'll be
explaining
all
to
right.
do.
There's gonna be a lot of lawsuits. A lot of money.
Yeah. Well, remember we talked about...
How does that work, though? Like, if let's say you're driving, right? And the bridge
You're driving along.
and the bridge collapses, right? And it crushes like the front end of your car. You're fine though. You get out. You're like, whoa. Do they pay, like, if you're going to sue, right, you get a little more than just the car money, right? I mean, you know, you play it off. You probably do the whole, I was shocked, it traumatized me, all that kind of shit.
Yeah. I guess you go after...
Like, what's the fucking rules as far as your proximity to a tragedy? And
I don't know.
much
Ask
you
David
get?
Hogg. He'll fucking tell you.
Yeah, that kid was hiding in a closet interviewing people
Yeah.
across the school, and he's super famous now.
Right. I actually, I don't know if you know this, I have exclusive. They had a hidden camera, and it just came out now. There was security footage of the meeting between the bridge people. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Let's play it.
This is.
Yeah,
Let's say you're
exclusive.
driving along the road with your family, and you're driving along, la la la, woo. And then all of a sudden, there's a truck tire in the middle of the road, and you hit the brakes. Whoa, that was close. Now let's see what happens when you're driving with the other guy's brake pads. You're driving along, and all of a sudden the kids are yelling from the back seat, I gotta go to the bathroom, Daddy. Not now, damn it. Truck tire. I can't stop. Help! There's a cliff. And your family's screaming, oh my God, we're burning alive! No, I can't feel my legs! In comes a meat wagon! Wee, wee, wee.
It's weird that they got the bid, right?
Yeah,
Like, you would think that there
would-
were some red flags.
Maybe that's why they called a second firm to
Right.
just double check to make sure. I don't think those were the guys.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think you're lying.
They don't look Cuban. You are correct.
I think you're lying.
Okay. Well, I did say it's not confirmed, so we did talk last
It was
week.
extremely high definition footage for a small civic meeting about construction project.
Technology these days is nuts, right?
Very weird.
So we saw Hillary in India talking about how men made women vote. We saw Hillary in India fall downstairs.
Why is this hoe always dressed like some like a costume you'd see in Hitman DLC?
It's bad. Hillary Clinton, 3 times a charm. Hillary Clinton fractures wrist after slipping in India resort bathtub. Report says.
It's the same trip in
The same day, that evening.
My God, this woman.
Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton's visit to India suffered another setback this week as the former Secretary of State fractured her wrist after slipping in a bathtub at a 5-star resort where she was staying. The website reported that Clinton was taken to a hospital in the city of Jafar at around 5 a.m. local time Wednesday. Clinton underwent X-ray and the CT scan confirmed the hairline fracture. The Times of India both report that Clinton had been treated for pain in her right hand since she arrived in Jafar. The pain forced her to cancel the plan to visit the 15th century fort.
This old drunk bat just can't. You know, she just announced she's going to run again.
No, she didn't. Did she really? Are you
That's
serious?
what I heard. I heard that she's floating the idea at least. I swear to God.
She would lose.
I mean, but she's like, hey, you know, brand recognition, guys. And I think they're like, no, we're not doing this, lady.
She wouldn't. She wouldn't even win her primaries, I don't believe, if she tried that. I honestly don't think the Democratic Party. Do you want to see the bathtub in the room? Because I was looking for pictures of the hotel she was staying at. Gotta say, it's a nice hotel.
Is it like the Stephen Paddock suite?
Shit, that's really small.
Oh, wow, that is. But it is. I can just see how ornate it is. One of those old school, rich white people places.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that.
Yeah, damn.
And that's not even a suite. That's just like a regular room.
But that's still.
Yeah, no, it is really, really nice.
Pretty nice.
And it's set like a minimum of $700 a night. It is really, really nice. I mean, I guess if you're in India, that's where you want to stay. I can't imagine as soon as you walk outside, it's horrendous, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, it's all those fucking ancient, beautiful places. They're just horrendous if you go out to the city. But, you know, they all preserve like 1 or 2 old landmarks that are dope.
So we were going to talk about this last week's show, and it is wrestling related, but it's not about what you think. So even if you're not a wrestling fan, I think you will enjoy this. So there was this old school wrestler called Moolah, the Fabulous Moolah.
Oh yeah, Fabulous Moolah.
Okay, WWE was doing a battle royale this at WrestleMania called the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royale.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of WWE female wrestlers tweeted shit out saying, "Oh, that's awesome." Those tweets have now been deleted.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Apparently, Moolah was known as a pimp, where she would take young wrestlers and pimp them out to promoters, make them have sex. Pretty fucking horrendous things.
Sometimes would send them in to bang these old guys,
Yeah.
and wouldn't even like tell them that was the deal.
Yeah.
So she'd be sending them into basically an ambush, and some of these women got raped allegedly, and there was a lot of. She kept her money. She was pretty hardcore, pretty brutal,
Right.
From what it sounds like.
Yeah, and we were actually watching the show, and we saw the live promo for. She was the Stephanie McMahon talking about her. She was like the first woman wrestler who was blah 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 blah, and it turns out that there's, and by the way, confirmed stories about it. Well, because of that, WWE drops Fabulous Moolah name, changed to WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale.
Yeah, they're just calling it a women's battle royal. You want to talk about the most generic name for something ever? Ladies and gentlemen, the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. That just sounds boring.
This is the official statement. We recently made aware of the Women Wrestling Entertainment Inc.'s decision to honor a former wrestler during the upcoming WrestleMania 34 event. As principle-based business that has a long champion created an inclusive environment that encourage and empower everyone to reach their full potential, this is unacceptable. We are engaging with the WWE to express our disappointment. That was somebody talking to them. Stephanie McMahon tweeted, "Thank you, WWE Universe, for your voice. What remains most important is that the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale would be a historic match." And blah, blah. So basically, promoting the thing. However, somebody on Reddit, and I'm seeing if I can find it, somebody on Reddit put together like a pretty good and accurate dossier. Okay, here it is. Over the years, various female wrestlers have come forward with stories accusing Moolah of being a pimp that often provided various wrestling promoters with unsuspecting female wrestlers that would be used as sex objects. One of the most notorious accusations is from the family of Sweet Georgia Brown, who was trained and booked by Moolah and their then husband, Buddy Lee. Told her daughter that she was often raped, given drugs, and made an addict in an intentional attempt by Ellison and Lee to control her. Ida Martinez, who wrestled during the 1960s, also recalled that many of the regional promoters demanded personal services, quote unquote, before they would pay female wrestlers. In 2002 interview, Luna Vachon claimed that when she was 16 years old and training with Moolah, Ellison sent her out of state to be photographed by an older man. Although she remained clothed during the photo shoot, Vachon stated that she felt taken advantage of. Vachon also stated that her aunt, Vivia Vachon, witnessed Ellison abusing alcohol and having sex with her female trainees. So she was having sex with her actual people. I guess she was an old school dyke, huh? As well as allegedly exploiting female wrestlers sexually, she has been accused of using her financial influence to control women's wrestling scene and ensure that other women do not gain greater recognition. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, she was the one that fucked over Wendy Richter.
Yes.
Wendy Richter was supposed to win the belt, I think, at WrestleMania or something. It's a whole big thing, and she blocked it. It's a whole... she was an old school. She was basically the Iceberg Slim of fucking wrestling.
Yeah.
This old crazy bitch.
It is fucking
Well, I'm glad
crazy.
I'm glad they fucking, made the right call.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they got enough bullshit on their hands right now.
Fucking Enzo.
Just that, and just in general, they've got a terrible product. It's oversaturated. There's too much of it, and it's garbage. So the last thing they need is a fucking battle royal named after a rapist and / pimp.
So, homeowner's son kills 3 would-be burglars with an AR-15. 3 would-be robbers were shot and killed Monday when an Oklahoma homeowner's son opened fire on them with an AR-15, authorities said. I think I have the video.
Invasion in Broken Arrow that turned deadly for the accused intruders. Meantime, Elizabeth Marie Rodriguez is in custody. She's accused of being the getaway driver. 3 teenage boys have died. Police say they broke into a home. Investigative reporter Katie Higgins has been working to get new details for us tonight. Katie.
Rodriguez was just booked in Wagner County.
Is there something on her nose? It's going to bug me now.
I don't know. No, I think she's just got kind of a pointer downer kind of nose.
No, but it looks... All right, you might be right.
Jail. Now, I talked to neighbors, and they told me that they've been seeing more break-ins than usual in that area.
Yeah, especially for Oklahoma.
Yeah, she's cute. She's all right. We're gonna do it again as we always do with the cute female anchors. She's definitely not staying. I don't think. Right? She's better than Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, she's better than Oklahoma.
Yeah, we always like to evaluate the local female newscasters and decide whether they are appropriate for their small market or if they deserve to be elsewhere. And
she deserves to be elsewhere.
This girl needs to start sending out resumes.
Deputies say 3 teens broke into this home.
My neighbor said that they heard the shots.
The homeowner's son heard, grabbed his gun, and killed them all.
No, it surprised me. It could have been my house, too. Like I said, I'm just, I'm still kind of shocked at it.
Jacob Cavazos lives nearby.
I built this house 12 years ago, and I always leave my truck open, everything, nobody has...
Well, you shouldn't leave your truck open no matter where you live, stupid.
Yeah, and you shouldn't say it on the news, you fucking retard.
Any problems at all.
That is, until recently.
It kind of happened every
it's like, I leave everything on lock, like even my house, because it's a nice neighborhood. When I go to work from like 4 p.m. to about midnight, I just leave my door unlocked. It's fine. I live at 632 Pine Street.
I have an alarm code, but it's 1234 because it's an easy number for me to remember.
Well, what I do is I just have the sign for the alarm company in front of my house, so people think I have an alarm. I don't even really have one. He's perfect.
Anyway, me and my family are going on a 7-day cruise now, so...
But I am leaving the key under the mat in front of the house because my cousin, he's going to come and feed my cats. So I'm just putting it out there on the news. Not a smart guy.
I also don't believe in banks.
He seems like a nice fella.
Yeah.
Looks like a hard-working fella, but he does not seem like a very smart fella.
Any problems at all.
That is, until recently.
It kind of happened everything at once.
Cavazos says in the last few weeks, there's been a spike in break-ins.
They have break-ins, in the garages and stuff.
The latest deadly incident is a lot to take in.
And they were aggressive, I'm sure, and they met aggression.
The teens were ages 17 to 18. 2 died in the home. The third tried to run, but died from his injuries in the driveway. A 4th suspect, Elizabeth Marie Rodriguez, was also arrested and charged with 3 counts of felony murder. Deputies say...
Yup, she's good. Yeah, if you are an accessory to any felonious crime and people get killed in your crew, you get charged with their murder.
Oh, wow.
It's been that way it's been that way in a lot of states. I think it might even be a nationwide thing, but you got to be careful. Like if you and me go rob a bank right now and the clerk shoots you in the face and I get away, I'm getting charged with your murder. That's just how which I kind of like that rule. However, they stretch it sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's the same thing with like if you catch a felony and then you have a gun on you or something, and then they compound the felony. They'll say that you had the gun in the commission of a felony. It's like the same thing. They compound the charges, but they can stretch that very easily.
Say she was the getaway driver. Sources say the 21-year-old is a mother of 3. We asked Deputy Nick Mahoney if the crew could be connected to any other burglaries.
We don't know if they're connected to any other burglaries.
However, they did clog the sinks and have everything flood at the bottom. So we're calling them the Wet Bandits.
No, I think I've heard that one before. I'm pretty sure it's not original.
All right.
By the way, does that guy not have the face of a guy who writes a lot of tickets?
Yeah, that guy does not let you off with a warning.
No. And he looks like a cop who's really polite, but writes you up for every goddamn ticket he possibly can, and you're like, you fucking piece of shit.
In the area.
Cavazos says he hopes this incident deters any other thieves from messing with his neighborhood.
You know, and most of my neighbors have protection. You know.
Yeah.
But again, I do not. You know, I don't believe in guns or any kind of weapons. Again, I leave a lot. I work almost every day of the week, and my name also. If you want my social security number, this guy's not a bright guy. Mr. Trusting.
Deputies are not really.
All right, there's something on her nose, though.
No, it's just she's got
That. What is that? What is that? That's something on her nose, dude.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh boy, we might.
Releasing the names of those teenagers involved because they're still notifying
All right,
family,
well,
but will of course
they can fix that.
Yeah, that's easy.
If they can fix Loomer's nose, we can fix this broad.
keep you updated and let you know once we get more information. Reporting live in Wagner, covering news that matters. I'm Katie Higgins, Fox 23 News.
Katie Higgins cannot be older than 23 years old.
Yeah, she even sounds like a little kid when she
That's
was
what I mean.
doing the.
She's not she doesn't have that you know, like reporter lady. It's
Yeah.
been around for a while. She's just like they're not sending her to any fucking, you know, crazy shit.
No.
You know what I mean? If there's a massive shooting or Muslim suicide bomber, she's not getting that gig. She's gonna be like, well, I'm here live, and a lot of people.
Yeah, no, not you,
These
Katie.
people are
Sorry.
terrified and running around. No, you got to get that guy. You got to get like they're always looking for the new Anderson Cooper. You got to get the guy that does the Obama thing with the rolled up sleeves and the dress shirt, like we were talking about earlier in the week. Just out there, like, yeah, we're out here right now, rescue squads,
Working man.
Yeah, your shirt unbuttoned,
Right.
Nice strong chin.
National Geographic calls itself racist for years of photographing Native people.
Wait, what?
National Geographic. Remember when you were a kid, you used to go to the library and get a National Geographic, see some African titties?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Well, they're apologizing because apparently covering Native people in Africa, they thought that it was racist. So now they're apologizing for covering tribes in Africa.
Wait, so they're front lashing this?
Yes. National Geographic has issued an apology for pretty much all of its coverage through its 130-year history. The magazine, founded in 1888, has often featured cover photos of Native peoples in their own dwellings and environment, and illuminating lives and allowing wide-eyed readers of the world to learn about different cultures. And I do remember this stuff. Like, you know, you would see pictures like this, you know?
Yeah, I actually fucking learned things.
I thought it was cool. As a kid, I thought the National Geographic covers were cool.
Yeah, National Geographic, you know, the magazine was always decent, but their big thing was always their photography and their capturing stuff on video. Like, they always had really great photography. Like, what's bad about that? That's not taking advantage. That looks cool.
And it's not. They never made. At least look again. It was started in the 1880s, so you know. But you know, there was or pictures like here, I got one here. You know, pictures like this. You know.
Yeah, I remember the stretched out earlobes.
Yeah.
Bones through the noses and all those weird people.
Yeah, and how is that racist? It's what's happening.
Yeah, it's
you're
not
taking a picture of what's happening.
That's like saying Anthony Bourdain is racist for going to an old pub in Ireland and drinking the local beer there and you know, eating some bangers and mash. You know what I mean? Like, that's not racist. You're just going and talking about other cultures and observing them.
Here's another cover.
Okay, look. I'm not going to say anything.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry. Oh boy.
This is.
He looks like Dalsim.
This is another picture that there was in their thing.
The fuck?
Yeah, these are
Aboriginals.
Those Aboriginals, yeah.
The guy looks like
a current hipster.
a turn of the century Aboriginal professional wrestler or like a strongman. Like the boxing guy with the mustache. He looks like an Aboriginal's, early 1900s version of that.
His nickname is the Wild Dingo.
Yeah, and he was like, watch, you go to Australia, they talk about a legendary pro wrestler he was. Like, yeah, he came out, he acted like a goddamn savage. He'd yell, charge at the crowd, he'd yell in Aboriginal, and then he'd go backstage and he didn't even drink or smoke.
Do you remember remember Kamala?
Yeah.
Want to talk about another would not work today racist wrestling
Oh, no,
stereotype.
I know.
I'll play a little Kamala
The
after
thing
this.
is, for you guys that are real hardcore wrestling fans, you might look at Kamala and say, oh, that African warlord thing, that's pretty racist. The only thing more racist than Kamala's gimmick is real life James Harris, the guy who plays Kamala. That guy is a fucking... When you talk about a racist stereotype of a poor Southern dumb black man, he is... Kamala might be more respectful.
In an apology reported by the Washington Times, the National Geographic is reckoning with its own racist past because apparently it is stereotypical to report on Native people being naked or without technology or primitive. The statement reads, for decades our coverage was racist. To rise above our past, we must acknowledge it. It hurts to share appalling stories from the magazine's past, but when we decided to devote our April magazine to the topic of race, we thought that we should examine our own history before turning our reportorial gaze on others. Race is not a biological construct, as writer Elizabeth Colbert explains in the issue, but a social one that can have devastating effects.
No, but let me ask you something. National Geographic? God damn it, I never thought I'd see the day where I'm talking down to them about science. Why is it that if somebody is murdered and their body is buried and you don't find it for many, many, many years, right? And then they go to build a development and they dig it up and find the skeletal remains
People
of this
have
murdered
always
person.
asked me kind of...
Sorry.
Why is it that even 20, 30 years later, people are able to tell you the age, the gender, the race of almost any dead person? If there is not some biological difference, explain to me why they could find a murdered person and go, oh, this was a 28-year-old Hispanic woman. Why? How do they do it? Magic?
For much of its 130-year history, this is the Post. For 130-year history, the magazine depicted people of color in crude stereotypes. No, they just took pictures of them doing what they do.
Yeah, I'm sorry if the fucking...
They didn't put that in her lip.
Yeah, I'm sorry if the primitive people of the Congo weren't filmed going into a 7-Eleven to get a hot dog and a Slurpee. I get that their culture's a little different. That doesn't mean it's racist.
Sorry that this woman's not going to go into STEM. For much of its 130 years, the magazine.
However, this woman might beat Chun-Li and go on to win in the Street Fighter tournament.
Yeah, that's a very good point. The magazine depicts people of color in crude stereotypes. Its archives are loaded with pictures of brown-skinned natives gazing in apparent awe at Western technology. Yeah. The same way that if aliens came down right now and showed us a teleporter that worked, we would all be like, huh?
And we'd all be daring each other to be the one to go in it.
Yeah.
Even though these aliens have probably tested it 1,000,000 times and it's fucking completely mint, we'd be like, "Oh, you go, no, I don't understand this thing. Scares me."
Yeah, that's not racist.
The aliens would be going, "Just hop in and we do it like 20 times a day."
Articles referring to tribal people as savages. So there's articles that refer to them as savages. And of course, many photos of bare-breasted Pacific Island women striking vaguely seductive poses. Those glossy Geographics stacked up in attics and basements and were favorites of more than a few curious young boys. A little interest in the New Guinea or... Okay, first off... Go ahead, sorry.
Can I just read the dictionary definition of savage?
Yeah, sure.
Savage, noun. Chiefly in historical or literary context, a member of a people regarded as primitive and uncivilized. So... is that inaccurate or racist to call people who live in, tents basically in a jungle and don't have cars? Is it wrong?
I have a different definition. Where's yours from?
I just pulled it off Google.
Okay, I'm going to get it from Wikipedia. Better known by his ring name, Macho Man Randy Savage. He was an American professional wrestler, a color commentator, best known for his time in WWF and later WCW.
You have to go on Savage and then click on disambiguation.
Oh,
and then you figure.
Sorry, I apologize.
Which is why I actually have the real definition.
Thank
because
you.
You did it wrong. Shia bin Al-Abraham Joseph, better known by his stage name 21 Savage, is an American
you're
rapper.
doing the same. That was the wrong one.
Is that not the?
Yeah. I do have another racist
I thought mine
picture.
was 21 better than yours.
I do have another racist picture from National Geographic if you want to see it. And
That's
it's weird.
racist.
Look.
That's
now
racist,
you got
Royce.
me. Now you got me.
That's racist. You put a picture of a native Floridian up there and you call him a savage? That is racist. And it's not a forward-thinking way of approaching your life.
They took a picture with him and his savage wife, Miss Elizabeth. It was crazy. Crazy times.
I want to see a picture of his wife with her titties out on the cover of National
Seriously.
Geographic. You can't photograph Elizabeth's titties. Be fucking 3-day bender of him screaming.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to keep going back to that one. I do kind of. So they're apologizing for and listen, they've been around since the 1880s. So yes, back then a lot of people call them savages. Like we were saying, we were not that makes it right or wrong, but we were watching even little Looney Tunes cartoons. Like Bugs Bunny is still around. Should Bugs Bunny disappear because the first cartoon of Bugs Bunny being hunted is by this fucking stereotypical. We played it.
Oh yeah,
black dude. Before Elmer Fudd.
That was racist. Yeah. We both agreed on that.
Right.
That was racist.
And you know that's it's also you don't have to apologize for the time. I mean, for the time it was what it was, but I don't agree. You're taking pictures of people. A lot of people were doing this. It's not like it'd be different if National Geographic was out there dressing people up, you know? But they didn't do that. You know, and yeah, sure, sure. We looked at titties when we were kids, and that they pointed that out, like they would make women do seductive poses. They weren't seductive poses. That's just how they were.
Yeah, literally, there was never anything sexy about those pictures, except there was a titty out.
Yeah, men could fucking jerk off to a Sears catalog, so don't fucking oversell yourself.
Not so much men.
Oh, good point.
Boys can.
Boys, I meant to
it
say.
Gets, yeah, it escalates like a drug addiction.
Right.
To where once you get to your once you get older, it takes a lot. It's gonna take more than one National Geographic titty to get me to fucking come.
That's a good point. God, you just become more desensitized the older you get. Let that be a lesson to you kids.
You know all these people walking around with AIDS, chasing zebras with a stick. I'm not going there.
Now that was racist.
But it wasn't you that said
it. It wasn't me. It was Randy Savage. I was quoting him. For those of you that don't know, this is a little known promo from Starrcade 2001. Yeah. You guys should have.
So, since we were talking about racist things, and I did say I would play it, since everyone's not about wrestling, and today's it's been a wrestling heavy show, but it doesn't matter because this actually goes on topic of
We're going to talk about Jeff Jarrett next.
No, we're going to talk about Kamala.
Oh boy. Yeah, but again, the guy who played Kamala was much more of a embarrassing, poor black Southern caricature than the great fearsome warrior Kamala. Oh, I was right. His name's James Harris too. I got it right.
I've taken to advising the mighty Ugandan.
Now Slick was racist.
Yeah. And today, being the consummate bowler that I am, I'm going to teach him the skills, the art of bowling.
Well, when you talk about being a consummate bowler, Slick, I've heard of the perfect game.
He's slapping his stomach now.
Did you do that?
Exactly. 27 times, brother. I'll bowl the perfect game. That's 12 strikes in a row.
But isn't he, to be
teach
fair,
Kamala how to do it right here today.
Isn't his gimmick
My
basically,
people.
I get that he's like an African savage, whatever. But that aside, all the weird stuff he's doing, isn't it more like he's playing like a mentally ill crazy savage from the jungle?
I would love to say that's what it is, but no. And you and I both know back then the WWE was pretty fucking racist.
I know they were racist, but why is he like unless he's nuts?
He's not nuts. He's just supposed to be some sort of, savage that doesn't.
But do savages do that? Do savages make weird yawning noises?
I don't know. I mean, Kamala does.
So anyway, back to my people.
No. This one's okay, but I found my...
He's the best.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming my guest, or should I say guests, this week, Kamala.
Like, this was dope.
My goodness, what an awesome creature this man is.
Oh, listen to Vince.
All right, that was okay. Vince.
Listen to Vince.
Vince.
Kamala.
Vince.
Creature.
He doesn't even know which direction to turn to the camera. That doesn't make him a bad guy in and of himself. I'm not saying it
Okay,
does.
all right. Look, guys. Holy shit.
With all due respect,
This is the one I was looking for.
How have
by
I
the
never
way.
seen this?
I thought because it's not something people are proud of, okay?
I know this man has returned to the World Wrestling Federation. When I talk about Kamala and his tremendous success record as of late, very impressive. But essentially, Dr. Whippleman, this man is nothing more than a savage, if it really came down to that.
Gene Oakland, you better watch your mouth, little man, because this native is restless.
Hey.
Notice that Whippleman's the SJW in this because he literally called this a savage.
You don't just put...
By the way, when your Weasley heel manager
Yeah.
is the moral compass of the fucking interview,
It might not be great.
Change your booking up a little bit.
Okay.
Look at this creature.
In fact, this native is very, very restless.
He's not a native.
You keep your hands off me. Who do you think you
As
are?
a matter of fact, this native is very, very, very
Hey,
restless.
Pee-wee, you're going to be in a heap of trouble if you keep pounding that.
Timsy, tell Kamala to come over here and destroy this little bald-headed microphone jockey.
Hey, wait a minute, don't cause trouble here. Hey, just a second.
Did you understand? Tell him, Timsy, you better get down on your knees,
Dude.
Gene Oakland.
Oh,
You
my
better
goodness,
get down
look
on
at
your
this.
knees, and you better
Oh,
beg
no.
for mercy, you understand
Oh, no.
me? You better get down on your knees.
He's gonna
Hold him
spear
on.
him.
You better beg.
Hold him
Listen to me,
on.
boy.
No.
Listen to me, little
Why
man.
does he have a... Okay, look, the spear thing, too. Is
What? He has a spear because he's Kamala.
Does he ever throw, let's say, or hurl his spear? I don't want to use any other adjective or verbs, rather. Does he perhaps sometimes
Charles it?
use his spear in some sort of, like long distance maneuver?
Yeah, he Charles it.
Where he would sort of chuck it at somebody.
Got it.
You or anybody else that gets in my way or Kim Shee's way or Kamala's way better get down on your knees and beg for mercy or you're going to end up...
My goodness.
Okay, I have...
Okerlund.
Yeah.
I
He has
ha-
skulls around his neck, by the way.
I have some reservations about this gimmick now. And why is Brooklyn Brawler in blackface under the thing?
Is that him, you think?
I'm pretty sure there was a couple of Kim Cheese, but
Yeah.
it's either Brooklyn Brawler or somebody else. But it's only like one or two people have played Kim Chi. Whoever it is wearing blackface clearly, though.
Oh, yeah.
Happy to get out of there. Okerlund was almost skewered by Kamala. You can't unleash a savage like that. Made the little girl cry.
You can't unleash a savage like that.
It was, in fact, the Brooklyn Brawler, Steve Lombardi, who portrayed Kim Chi in blackface, apparently.
Yeah, and there's,
And also,
would you
why is his name Kim Chi? Because isn't Kim Chi like a fucking Korean
Chinese or Japanese
it's like
thing or some shit?
Laotian food? Korean.
Yeah.
Korea!
So I would say that National Geographic doesn't have as much to apologize for as other companies. And again, the stuff that they did was in like the 60s and stuff. It was at least the Savages stuff. This was in the fucking 80s that we were watching.
What, you're not looking forward to the fucking WrestleMania 34 WWE Women's Human Sex Trafficking Battle Royal?
That's too many words.
Brought to you by KFC Honey Gold Barbecue.
It's actually this
Pew,
year.
pew.
It's the Snickers WrestleMania, I'll have you know. That's by the way, that's racist. Kamala, that's racist. That's their most racist bit, probably outside of Crime Time. By the way, for people that don't know, and we're not going to go into it, but just real quick, that was in the 80s. And again, people forgive a lot of stuff in the 80s. In the early 2000s, mid 2000s, there was a tag team called Crime Time. And what they did was they would steal things from other wrestlers.
Yeah, and this was not.
They were also black.
This was a pretty recent era.
This isn't like.
This is mid 2000s. Where they were basically black guys who were hood as fuck and stole everything.
And they would steal things from other people.
And look, we're not saying that, look, broken clock, even it's, broken clock's right twice a day, but you can't do that.
No.
Is it accurate? Probably. Is it okay to do on USA? Probably not nowadays.
Not nowadays. Shall we go to break?
Yeah, let's go to break. My fucking tooth is killing me. Guys, if you would like to help keep our program alive and kicking, because Lord knows we need the help, go to revengeofthecis.com, revengeofthecis.com. Go to /donate. There's any number of ways you can help the show. You can donate directly. You can pledge every month on Patreon, or just click on the Amazon banner and do a little shopping. You know you shop on Amazon anyway, so click on our banners on our website first. Let us get a couple of shekels. And like, subscribe, rate us 5 stars on iTunes. Invite your friends to like us on Facebook. Shout out to vapes.com, of course, for helping me to quit smoking. It's been holding up very well on this. At Vapes.com on Twitter. And we'll be back in a second hour. And what else? We got anything else we got to plug?
That's it. Revenge of the Cis.
If you just put in the code Alex10, and of course, that'll be 10% off from our very already low price of $250 for every 4 capsules.
Hey folks, this is Jay Leno, the star of the hit film Collision Course, and I'd like to take a moment out there and talk to you about the very real dangers posed by Zionism in this country.
I was riding around on my motorcycle out there in the Arizona desert when I was kidnapped by a UFO and sexually assaulted by aliens.
Show me how you suck a guy's cock. The last time I'm gonna ask you.
From all of us here at Revenge of the Cis, we'd like to thank each and every one of our friends and fans for helping us become one of the fastest growing breakout shows on the internet. In less than 1 year, we have been able to bring you news before it breaks, as well as the funniest and most consistent political and social commentary around. Here are some ways you can help us continue to grow our brand. Sign up as a contributor by going to patreon.com/we're not sorry and pledging a monthly amount. Anyone who pledges $12 or more is eligible for occasional giveaways and prizes. And if you pledge $25 or more, we will promote your brand or product live on our show. We understand if you are unable to commit to a monthly recurring donation, but if you would like to contribute one time, you can do so by going to paypal.me/we're not sorry. Another unique way to help our show expand while also promoting your own brand or service is by modeling one of our shirts. Go to teespring.com, search for Revenge of the Cis, and you'll find plenty of options to choose from. Take a picture of you modeling our shirt and email it to revengeofthecis@gmail.com. That is revengeofthecis@gmail.com. Be sure to include a web address or a social media account for whatever you want us to promote, and we will feature you on an episode of our show. Since YouTube is now throttling our traffic and Twitter has us shadow banned, there are many other ways you can help without giving us a dime. Every time you invite a friend to like our Facebook page, retweet or share a meme from our social media accounts, or share one of our videos to your own pages, you are helping us to get discovered by more like-minded individuals who will join our ranks and help us grow. Rate us 5 stars on Facebook, Roku, and iTunes. Encourage others to follow @ROTC Media on Twitter. You can also help ROTC by supporting friends of our show, such as LA Werewolf, Connecting Right Radio, Radical Mothering, Folklore Americana, the Mad American Network, Wolfman's Activism and Entertainment, and the Revolutionary Conservative. Find all of these links and more by going to our brand new website, revengeofthecis.com.
In a world where our very way of life seems to be under attack from all sides, and our freedoms are slowly being ripped away, Guns for Tards is fighting the good fight to help protect America from its enemies by advocating Second Amendment rights for our nation's most vulnerable and often overlooked citizens, the mentally challenged. Our founding fathers believed that a well-armed, trained, and educated citizenry was the key to a free and prosperous society. But Meatloaf also said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We believe that Tards are our second-to-last line of defense against ISIS, and we at Guns for Tards aim to provide the means and the programs to give proper training and resources to Tards in your area, helping to make the country a safer place. There are over 40 million mentally challenged Americans living today, and by 2020, we plan to arm at least 10% of them. We want to get as many guns in the hands of as many Tards as we can, but we won't be able to do it without your help. So please, pledge your help today. Arm a Tard. It's not that hard. Go to www.gunsfortards.com for more information, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter by searching for Guns for Tards.
Gunsfortards.com. Gunsfortards.com. Extra rounds for folks with downs, helping to protect your town. Gunsfortards.com.
Have an opinion you're too afraid to say on Facebook because you might get doxxed? Want CNN to stop knocking at your door asking for your opinion? Call the We're Not Sorry hotline, 407-630-9636. No threats. We will play it on the air. And you know what? Let's keep the racial undertones PG-13. That's 407-630-9636.
Simpson scandal update. Homer sleeps nude in an oxygen tent, which he believes gives him sexual powers.
Hey, that's a half-truth.
I don't know Homer Simpson. I never met Homer Simpson or had any contact with him, but I'm sorry, I can't go on.
That's okay. Your tears say more than real evidence ever could.
And now we return to Fox Night at the Movies, Homer's Portrait of an Ass Grabber, starring Dennis Franz.
Ooh, portrait. Sounds classy. Doesn't it?
No, Mr. Simpson, a cat is a living creature.
I don't care. Now I'm gonna grab me something sweet.
No, Mr. Simpson, that's sexual harassment. If you keep it up, I'll yell so loud the whole country will hear.
With the man in the White House? Not likely.
It's the Cuban Beast. He's in the arena right now, folks. Look at this. Look at this fresh off the boat greaseball. Look at this pork taco eating. Disgusting. Probably communist. Hey, do you think he's related to Castro, Gorilla? I hear they're all related.
Welcome back, second hour, Revenge of the Sis. I'm your Cuban savage, Royce Lopez, and that's my Irish prick friend, Mersh. Thanks for staying with us.
Bacora. Welcome to the program. I gotta start rocking one of them fucking derby hats, like what's his face, Colin Flaherty.
Yeah,
it's just like all those Irish guys have those terrible the microbrew hat.
Yeah. Welcome back, Friday edition. The weekend is here, thank God.
Second hour, we're letting our hair down. It's Friday. You know, just talk amongst yourselves. Let's have a good time.
The National Geographic reporter was saying, I got this during the break, was saying, yeah, go out to Uganda, have a couple laughs.
We'll go out there, catch malaria, have a couple laughs. Fucking shithole. It's not. It is not fucking racist to accurately report Africa as a shithole. The majority of it is.
A lot of
The
it.
Mediterranean part of it isn't.
No, that's the nice.
Stop pretending that's Africa even.
Yeah. Stop pretending Wakanda's Africa. I had a story, and honestly, I fuck, man, we didn't even get to it last week. But
my people.
It's about Wakanda.
It's my people.
Hotels.com saw an increase in searches for Wakanda go up 626%.
That's fine. But here's my problem with this story, because I know it was going around. It's very viral. What 620% up from what? How many people were searching for Wakanda before?
Probably none.
So let's say one person.
So then
searched
627 people did.
How many of that was? If it's a ridiculous amount of people actually looking, then I'm concerned.
It didn't say the exact amount.
How many people typed it in as a joke?
Hotels in Wakanda. You think? Yeah, I guess you're right. Wakanda hotels. I'm trying to see if I can
Well,
find
great.
how
Now
many.
it just went up another %. Now they have
Okay.
to rewrite the whole article.
Apparently, Black Panther fans have been trying to book hotels in Wakanda. Like most of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, Black Panther was centered on Earth, but the majority of its action took place in a location like any other which you've ever seen before, Wakanda. Thanks to the supply of vibranium, it's never... Okay, we know. According to the Daily Mail, 2 hotel booking websites have revealed that the amount of people searching for the word Wakanda has increased tremendously. Hotelscan.com specifically noted that there has been a 620% increase of people visiting the Wisconsin Wakanda Water Park page. So that is, you can measure that, because that means people probably were looking for Wisconsin Wakanda Water Park page. But because after Black Panther came out, 620% more people came to that page through that. While Hotels.com has not only seen a 55% year one increase of people landing on the webpage for the neighboring Wakanda Park, 55%. So that's, yeah.
First of all, you're a fucking retard if you want to go to Wakanda for your vacation. Everybody knows you want to go to Sokovia because it's, you know why.
Yeah.
Less AIDS.
Yeah. Or where does Midgard?
Yeah, Asgard. But Asgard, no, we're in
Asgard.
Midgard.
Oh, sorry, Asgard.
You want to go
You're
to
right.
Asgard, but that's, I mean, can you even go on vacation there?
I don't know.
How does that work?
You take that Rainbow Bridge, I think. Idris Elba's there.
Where can we go to Jeff Goldblum planet?
Oh, yeah, but you don't want to be one of the people having a fight. Not that Mike and I would be picked to be fucking warriors or anything.
No, but I'm saying, I'm sure, like, if you went there as a guest,
like when you go to Cuba with money.
Yeah, I don't think Jeff Goldblum planet would make the tourists fight each other because that would hurt their tourism rating, and you don't want, you want people to come to your country. So I'm sure they would arrange the fighters however they do it with their intergalactic slavery.
Right, I got it.
Slave, what is it? Fucking gladiator program?
Yeah, whatever that was.
Yeah, so they do that, and then we watch like Hulk and Thor fight each other.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Wakanda.
And I'm sure they have fucking hotels like Hillary stayed in over there in that planet too, with nice bathtubs.
Wakanda's a fucking nerd vacation. What are you going to go visit the fucking vibranium mines? Learn how vibranium's mined? There's nothing there, you know what I mean? You go to Jeff Goldblum planet.
Rumor has it Kamala's trying to move to Wakanda. And Wakanda's been saying, we don't want that savage in our country.
Fucking, he just sounds like a foreigner who's panicking. That doesn't sound, it's not a scary noise.
Want to see what happened in Chicago during the 17-minute walkout?
I don't ever want to see anything happening in Chicago. But if we must.
This is, by the way, something else that they're pointing out, because everyone's like, Trump's Chicago isn't what he thinks it is. It's not a war zone. I remember the movie, the original Vacation movie. One of the best jokes in that movie is when they stopped in Chicago to ask for directions. And as they're standing there, they fucking take their tires and their fucking prop caps in their wrists.
It's not a nice place.
Yeah.
And to pretend that it, I'm not going to say that it's not. Obviously, it is. It's one of the top 3 most important cities in America. That being said, many parts of it are fucking uninhabitable.
A lot of it. Actually, here. Again, since we've been going to this since Friday's show, it's fun anyway.
Are we going to get hit with this now?
What are you doing?
It's been up on since 2012.
This is so dangerous. We have no business being in an area like this.
Well, look at it this way, honey. This is a part of America we never get to see.
That's good.
No, that's bad. I mean, we can't close our eyes to the plight of the cities. Kids, you noticing all this plight? It'll just make us appreciate what we have. Roll them up.
Roll them up. So I'm going to play the whole thing. But even back then, the Chicago joke has been an accurate one.
Oh, yeah.
And not much has changed. This is what happened during the 17-minute walkout.
Look at this. A whole damn store, 83rd and Simi, 83rd and Stewart. A whole bunch of kids came in here, knocked all the shit down off the shelf, taking shit and running out the store. Simeon High School did this shit.
Oh yeah, y'all about to make Simeon go viral today.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Like,
look at this.
Why?
Simeon High School.
Wow.
And don't get me wrong, like, look, I did some bad
All
shit.
you parents need to get together. This is what you kids do.
I did some real bad shit when we were kids.
Yeah.
But it
This is
wasn't
what
like,
you kids, your children do.
because I mean,
am
she's just
fucking
going to
pissed.
walk around and show the store. But I'm going to talk over because our commentary is
That's
probably
fine.
better.
There you go.
But yeah, this is when we were kids, we did a lot of fucked up shit. We were probably, my town wasn't the nicest socioeconomic area anyway, and there were a lot of shitty kids in my town, and our group of friends were amongst the worst of them. But it's weird to me. Like, it seems to be on an uptick. And there seems to be, even when we went on our little fucking rampages, it was maybe once or twice in our entire childhood.
Right.
This seems to be a regular occurrence in certain communities, in certain neighborhoods, is all I'm going to say.
So, yeah, during the 17 minutes, apparently they went in there and they fucked
it. They leveled
it.
Yeah.
Up.
For those of you listening and not watching the video with us, it's essentially a Walmart near Chicago, Illinois, that has been completely destroyed. I mean, I'm looking at it. Everything's on the floor. They just basically came through and just ransacked the place, knocked things over, displays, ripped things out of it, just threw everything on the floor. Yeah, this is like one of those. They're going to close the store, and it's going to take probably at least 12 hours or probably a full day shutdown to clean it up and restock. This is gross, man. But this is what hey, we're going to empower kids and we're going to
How come CNN wasn't showing this video of when they were showing all the walkout videos?
I can give you several reasons why.
Okay, I'd like to hear them.
Multiple reasons why. One, because it affects the gun control debate. Two, it points out
I found something.
It points out the hypocrisy of having a national school-sponsored quote-unquote walkout. It completely... also because they're black.
Okay.
It's mostly black folks.
Check this out. Here's it actually happening. Here's the surveillance footage.
Yeah, this was okay.
There's no sound on this one.
Yeah,
Look at him.
See him coming through, pouring through. I did see a video also from outside that somebody had showed. It was very quick, though. It wasn't even worth showing, but it showed them sort of descending on the place.
17 minutes. Up to 60 students from the Simeon Career Academy vandalized local Walmart to protest guns because it's Walmart's fault now?
And then how do you... And they robbed the place blind, too. There's no...
Yeah, no, the lady was saying it, the employee was filming was saying that they were taking stuff. Students flashed displays, jumped on cars, vandalized school buses, and threw drinks at terrified shoppers.
Like, it's just... and then, like, even, look, we did some shit when we were kids.
Hood rat shit?
Hood rat shit. I used to go out and do hood rat shit with my friends. Shit, we robbed houses. We did shit I'm not necessarily proud of looking back on it. We robbed stores. We broke into places, but a lot of our shittiness happened at night, and we didn't fucking scare tons of frightened onlookers. Like we never roamed the streets in a fucking Mad Max style gang and just overwhelmed a store full of frightened patrons. Jesus Christ, man, it's a whole new level.
So there you go, guys. And by the way, I mean, I get why they did that, because it's not like Chicago has a high level of gun crime or anything.
Oh, no. They'd look up on Google. Look up Chicago gun crime. It's actually much worse than you'd think.
Hold on, I'm going to Google it.
I'm not actually
Chicago
telling you.
gun crime.
Yeah.
Actually, what came back is, why are you racist? That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
That's a weird thing that's coming up.
Did you know that the air in Chicago is 15% cordite? A lot of people don't know that.
Not many people know they also sit in a vibranium mine, but they just use it to make guns and shoot each other. It's weird. It's a different thing.
Vibrating guns.
Right. But again, it's not even a racist thing, because even if you look at all the Walmart employees that were angry were also black people that have to clean this up. So you're helping your community how? These poor Walmart employees are just trying to make a fucking buck. And they have to clean up 60 students going in there because, again, if CNN was honest, they would show all the videos.
And that's a shitty job where you're not gonna get paid anymore for your performance, for how good you clean it up, any of that shit. Like now you have to spend time. You would have just stood making easy money by standing around, and now you got to clean up a whole store.
It sucks. And weren't there also kids jumping on cop cars and stuff too?
Oh yeah, in California. It was all over the country, dude. These fucking maniacs. They're not going to show you all this stuff. We're going to watch. It's going to take us. We're going to come back Monday and have even more videos of this shit because it's going to be a slow rollout. I guarantee you. Over the weekend.
So once the news cycle is, you're right, because they just, like you said, the news cycle's so fast. Once it's over, it's not going to matter. Be like, oh yeah, that happened. Whatever. Let's move on.
Yeah. So, but I guarantee you, come Monday, we'll have more videos over the weekend that we'll spot. Mm-hmm. Because people will be putting videos out from across the country of kids acting like, dare I say, savages.
Look at this savage.
Look at these animalistic kids. They're trashing the soda aisle.
The Republican who called Emma Gonzalez a skinhead lesbian could now lose his seat.
By the way, so based. Fucking love that guy. Very good. Is he really going to is that happening?
Leslie Gibson, a Republican candidate for the state of House in Maine, decided it was appropriate to call Emma Gonzalez, a survivor of February 14th Florida shooting, a skinhead lesbian on Twitter. Gonzalez is the student activist who helped. We know who she is.
Is she wrong about either of those things, though?
It's a man named Leslie.
Oh, ew.
Right?
He should be impeached for that.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's going to leave. They want to kick him out, but again, look. Couple things. Should a representative be saying that? No, obviously not.
Is it awesome? Yes.
Is it funny? It's pretty funny, but he shouldn't be saying that. However, with that being said, they could go out there and call every NRA member a murderer and fucking animals, and they could just rip on everybody, but you cannot make fun of them back, or you hate children and want them to be murdered with guns.
Well, we're finding out you can't make fun of anybody anymore.
Yeah, I know.
We're getting hate all over.
Yeah, left and right, man.
Can we say what happened today?
Yeah, no, because yesterday we talked about the fat broads hit us for the copyright strike on YouTube. They also hit us with a copyright strike on Vimeo. So we have one copyright strike on there too, so that episode's down. And then one of them tweeted, one of the fat broads. And again, not making fun of her, that's the name of the show.
Yeah, fatty. Fat.
One of the fat broads,
pig,
tweeted, "Don't mess with me." Is that what it was?
Something like that.
Yeah.
She did change her Twitter name to
a flat slut who is bad at radio. I'm the black one.
Now, I always like whenever we make a bit about somebody or we title a video and they change. This happened to Nick Abbott. Nick Abbott changed his Twitter. I like people when people change their Twitter bio based on something we said. Nothing makes me happier.
And she must have just heard it because she was Googling herself. And here's why: if you Google them on YouTube, our video when it was still up was coming up first before theirs.
Haters.
Yeah, no, I know. And then they posted here's the tweet if you want to see it. Don't play with me. And they took the 2 videos they took down with copyright strikes. We're not going to play with you. To be honest with you, this episode was sold. We had completely, and this is not a joke, forgotten about you. What was her name? Of course, I'm just reading her Twitter name. A fat slut who's bad at radio, the black one. That
one. I can say her name, right? Because she's a public.
Oh yeah, she's a public.
It's Ariel.
Ariel.
Ariel of the 2 fatty, bad fats, broads.
So
who are bad at radio,
right?
So we criticized them. And that's this whole platform now is becoming a place where you cannot make fun of anybody or criticize anybody for fucking anything unless they're white, they're right wing, and they're male. You can shit on them all you want, but don't fuck with the bad fat broads, bro. Do not play with her. Why would I play with you? You would get tired very quickly.
Instead of, I'm just sad because instead of they hitting us back, I would take that. Fucking make fun of us back. Do it. Go for it.
No, they don't have it in them. They'd rather.
We're not going to hit you with a copyright strike. Play our audio. Trust me, plenty of people have played our audio in the past to rip on us. And not once have we done a copyright strike or anything because we don't do that kind of stuff.
No. Dude, the very few times I've seen people play clips of us to try to make us look badly, I have absolutely, we've absolutely turned most of those people around. It usually backfires. People will be like, actually, no, these guys are all right. There was a fucking 4chan thread months ago. Somebody went on poll and was like, hey, these Revenge of the Cis guys are on. Let's fuck with them. And within like 2 or 3 posts, people had turned around and were like, nah, these guys are pretty good, actually. Leave them alone. It's not going to work. Fatty fats.
We could call you. We're not going to.
Yeah, we were gonna.
But we're not.
But we keep getting in trouble.
Right. So don't worry about it. We're not. Well, we'll never. I promise you. You have my word. We will never play your audio again.
Oh.
However, we had forgotten about you.
We had forgotten. We were well over them.
That was episode 23. Where this is episode 101.
Jesus.
Episode 23. This is episode 101.
Stirring up some old beefs.
So I'll say this:
we didn't even really care about you then.
No,
we
were bored.
We just stumbled on you, and we were like, "Oh, how cringe is this?"
Yeah. Don't mess with. And by the way, don't mess with me. But at the same time, their main account blocks all of our accounts. All are blocked.
Every single, and I mean, I've got some alts that this nigga sitting next to me don't even know about. They're all blood. These girls were thorough.
I'll say this, fat ladies, fat broads, whatever the name here is, fat broads. Is that the name of their show?
Fat ladies is so much. I don't know why.
Anyway,
it just sounds.
That's the name of their show.
Fat ladies.
You are more than welcome.
You fucking pigs.
you are more than welcome. Have an open platform on the show to call in and defend yourselves and rip us apart and tell us why we're wrong. Because, as a matter of fact, you also have an open platform to take any of our audio and play it on your show. And we're not going to do the same thing you do to us because at the end of the day, we value free speech and free expression more than anything else. Now, we let it go, okay? If you keep pushing us and messing with our videos...
What the fuck you mean?
No, let me finish. Let me finish. No, I agree with what you're going to say. We took the copyright strike. But again, we could fight every time you come out, we could fight every one of them if you want. Okay? If you want to do that, we could absolutely do that. That's what I was referring to, Mike. The strikes. If you want to go down that rabbit hole, absolutely. Let's do that. Or open invite, because you are strong, independent women that don't need no man. Open invite on this
They
show.
do need they do need apnea machines.
Open invite on this show. You could come on and you could rip us apart. Okay? It's no problem. But if you guys are going to push the narrative that women are empowered and women don't need anything, don't run then. Don't run from a challenge. I'm treating you like any other human being that would have done this to us. We have tooled on people that we're still friends with to this day. We have literally tooled on people.
We're friends with people whom we started making fun of.
That is correct.
And then we were like, oh, no, actually, everybody here is pretty cool.
Right. So, open invite, fat ladies. If you want to come on and talk, that's no problem. But you put a product out there, okay? This is called commentary. We're commenting on a product. It's free. It's out there, freely accessible. So we're not making money off of it. It's a freely accessible product. We are doing commentary on it. If you cannot handle being criticized, then I say maybe you shouldn't be doing any sort of media or radio, because that comes with the territory. Take it from us. We have been in the barrel many times with people way bigger, pun intended, than you. So put up or shut up. Show us how strong, independent women you are. Right now, literally, right now. Open it. You could call it right now. Oh, we'll set it up.
They're gonna do that. I'm not even gonna give them that time of day. Yeah,
but
you
put a screenshot about us, so yeah, you are giving us the time of day. As a matter of fact, we did. How long was the segment? Maybe a 15-minute segment on them. We did a 15-minute segment on you. You have literally wasted days of your time. You've literally wasted days of your time on us. So at the end of the day, unless we hurt your feelings with what we said, why would you come after us? Like, you're these strong women. You even call yourselves fat. So you literally are opening up a can of worms when you yourself are calling yourself that.
They open up a lot of cans, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, you're
all
right.
kinds of things.
Seriously. So anyway, that's the most I'm going to talk about them.
These fucking, yeah, I don't know. How long should we? Because look, I'm already fired up. I already told Royce.
Yeah,
I'm in a mood to perhaps, possibly write an article about this on our brand new, amazing website, which is doing very well right now, revengeofthecis.com. If you look at our news section, you'll notice that a lot of the pieces that I've written are news. They're tagged as news. I have yet to write an opinion piece.
No, you have not.
And, I think it's time for me to branch out a little bit and maybe
Yes.
write an opinion piece and maybe meme some things. How long should we give these young ladies to do the right thing? Because I'm not going to get my article taken down from
it's our website. It's our website.
Write and say whatever I want.
And we will never play your audio again. That will not happen.
Nope, we shan't play your audio again.
Don't even worry about it. It won't happen.
But I mean, we're obviously going to fight the one from today, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, we'll get that behind us.
I'm going to fair use that one, absolutely fair use that one, and say that is absolutely under fair use. When we do that, then I'll just be upfront. Then you, hi caller, who's this?
Fellas, it's Rudy.
What's up, dude?
It's Rudy Sheckelstein. I just had to call and tell you to leave those nice girls alone.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
They are healthy, beautiful women, and they are strong, and they are not going to listen to any of your boy propaganda.
Listen here, Mr. Sheckelstein. And look, you've been
for those who don't know, Mr. Sheckelstein is our ADL representative that calls in.
You have been, you've called into this program before, and I just need to, I'm going to be direct with you. Is this body positive movement another one of, the tricks that you and your ilk like to use to systemically kill the white man?
Well, I mean, after all, you are cattle, and we like our cattle plump.
Okay, well, that's fair. They're gonna hook us up to those blood
Wow, Jesus Christ!
They're gonna hook us up to those blood machines like Blade.
Fucking A, that is the
Well, Rudy, we'll do our best. Please don't hit us with a content strike, if you don't mind.
I'm watching you.
I know you are. All right, okay. Shalom, good sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
L'chaim to you.
L'chaim to
Shalom,
you,
boys.
sir. Bye.
My God. Well, that's just
goddamn.
That's just racist.
I don't know
Of
why-
him,
of
not
him,
of us.
not us.
We
don't control the callers.
We denounce. You got to understand. For the people that do monitor our videos now, I was laughing at that guy because he was a real. I was not laughing. That was a great line.
It was very
Holy
funny.
shit.
Very funny.
Fucking A.
So let's talk about OJ.
Yeah, we're off. We're done with you fatties.
Yeah, we're talking about OJ. Oh, you till Monday. You have till Monday. Then the story's going to come out. Monday to respond. Or Mike is going to write his opinion.
It's going to
piece.
be brutal.
Yes. O.J. Simpson's hypothetical confession. Now, this is from 2006. However, it was blocked because the Goldman family lost their mind. That he wrote that book, If I Did It, which was basically him
Telling you how he killed his wife.
Right. So the interview finally has come out. And, well, let's just hear a little bit of O.J.'s confession. Hypothetical.
This is hypothetical, folks.
About everything that was going on, and was fed up with it, I guess. And
You get into a fight. Nicole comes out.
a verbal
fight.
Got a little loud, and by that time, Nicole had come out, and we started having words about who is this guy, why is he here, what's going on.
And she says, "This is my house. Get the F out of here."
Yes, and which I didn't like because, once again, this is the same person. And if you read the book, you'll see some things that happened in the 2 weeks leading up to this that were very, very irritating, and I think Charlie had followed this guy in, wanted to make sure there was no problem, and he brought the knife. As things got heated, I just remember Nicole fell and hurt herself. And this guy kind of got into a karate thing. And I said, well, you think you can kick my ass? And I remember I grabbed the knife. I do remember that portion, taking the knife from Charlie. And to be honest, after that, I don't remember.
You right.
Yeah, no, seriously. This was legit. And it was all framed as hypothetical if he did it. But does that sound like the man who's hypothetically saying...
I mean, at this point, Juice, if you're listening, if you're watching the program, if anybody knows OJ, send them his clip so we can talk to him. I'm going to talk to you face to face right now. Double jeopardy. You can't be charged.
No.
You've already been sued into worthlessness.
Yes.
Essentially, on paper anyway.
Didn't they take his Heisman?
I think they did
he have to sell it, or it
couldn't
was
take it?
repoed, or he had to sell it because
I
it
thought
was
they
an
couldn't
asset?
take it.
Or maybe you're right. Anyway.
Look, Juice, at this point, you might as well just be like, look, I did it. And you get fucking, you probably, everybody will hate you, but this is gross. You pretty much just said you did it. That's what that was.
Yeah.
That ain't no acting.
Out removing a glove before taking the knife from Charlie.
I had no conscious memory of doing that, but obviously I must have because they found a glove there.
And blacking out. Have you ever blacked out before?
Not to my knowledge.
No.
No, of course, if something like this would take place in anybody's life, if it were to happen, I would imagine it's something that you would probably automatically have trouble wrapping your mind around it. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
So
what the fuck is this about?
This was supposed to come out in 2006. It didn't come out because of that interview was from 2006. It didn't come out because of overwhelming outrage. Like, you can't. So Fox waited, and now it's came out now, 12 years later.
That was 12 years ago.
12 years ago. And the book that he sold basically said the same thing,
Dude.
I know.
That is fucking dark, man. That's
It is
fucking dark.
Yeah, if it makes you feel any better.
That motherfucker did it. I mean, not that I didn't ever think OJ didn't do it, but
no, but the fact that
that's like, dude, you did it. Oof.
Here,
I mean, if the fucking, if all the blood and DNA in the car and everything at the house didn't fucking convince you, I don't know what to tell you.
Does that make you feel better?
Not really. No, it's funny though. It's silly. It's good, but I mean, he still did, decapitate 2 people with a butcher knife. So.
Okay.
So you take the good with you take the good, you take the bad. You take the fro, you take the murders.
And there you have the facts of life. Yeah, I heard that. Today or yesterday, I don't remember. And I was
That's
like, Jesus
fucked
Christ.
up, dude.
Yeah.
I hate to go so Joe Rogan on it. Wow, man, does that blow your mind, dude? Jamie, pull up the OJ interview.
All right. So American Idol's back. I know. Don't get too excited. But Katy Perry is one of the...
Bro, I wanted to...
What?
It's so weird you're bringing this up because I've been thinking for a while now, is it time for us to talk about Katy Perry on the show? And it's like, it's just funny that you brought this up because I've put it to the wayside. Somebody, I'm like, nah. But this is actually great that you're thinking it too.
So Katy Perry is one of the hosts of American Idol. This is this 19-year-old kid who's auditioning, and he's never dated anyone. He's never kissed a girl. So let's just play it.
Do I ever sing those songs for them? No, I do not. I couldn't do that. It would be awkward, and then I'd have to talk to them. I think when I see Katy Perry, there's a slight chance that I might have this spike in my heart rate. American Idol could really change a lot about my life. Oh, hi. Oh, hey.
But it make him straight.
She wanted to bang him as soon as he walked in that door.
Just...
Oh, I know. I've seen.
Oh, I know you have.
Hey, guys. Wow.
You crept up on us.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Benjamin Glaze. I'm 19 years old.
Well, hello. And what do you do for work, Benjamin?
I'm a cashier at an electronics store. Cool. But I love it because sometimes there's cute girls, and they're not going anywhere without saying hi.
You get a cute girl to say hi to you because they gotta check out.
Has a racket already.
Wow.
Come on.
Have you kissed a girl and liked it?
No, I've never been in a relationship.
Really?
I can't kiss a girl without being in a relationship.
Come here, Ben.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I mean, you can, you little weird fucking autistic weeboo.
Come here, Ben.
No, wait, hold on.
Come here.
Come on.
Come here right now.
You can't
Come
be.
here right now. Come here.
What, on the cheek?
Mm-hmm. You didn't even make the smush sound.
Right, okay. Let me start over. Okay.
So she turned her head and she kissed him on the lips.
Pretty creepy.
Now,
it's pretty creepy.
That, and it is. It doesn't, honestly, it doesn't, it wouldn't even normally bother me. Because whatever, it's a cute little thing. He is enamored with her. I get it. But you guys did this to yourselves now. If that was a man that was sitting there, that was Justin Timberlake who was sitting there.
That would have been a big
And it was a 19-year-old girl, and he did the same thing to her. Do you think it would be celebrated as one of the best things ever?
They would have been calling him Justin Timber Rape.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's creepy. Because she's coming off a little thirsty.
Right.
If you look at the video when he walks in, she's kind of like, I think she's got a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think she likes him young. Did she fuck John Mayer, right?
Yes.
I
But to be fair, everyone in New York fucked John Mayer.
But I think she likes the John Mayer-y type.
Yeah.
I think she likes a 19-year-old boy with a guitar. And all right. I know, did you see the article, the follow-up article to this?
No.
The kid was not happy about this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a follow-up article where the kid said it was awkward, he was uncomfortable.
Right.
And that she did that to him, it was not planned that way.
Right. And now he'll never, oh yeah, I did. Then now he'll never have his first kiss?
Yeah, that whole thing.
Right.
He's pretty annoyed at that. The guy was pretty annoyed. So, that being said, whatever, guy or girl, The dude didn't want it. He verbalized that he didn't want it. He resisted. Then he even tried to meet in the middle and go, what about the cheek? And then she kind of tricked him. Yeah, guy or girl, it's a little fucking weird. And, you know, if we're on the topic, because the reason I wanted to bring this video up was because I wanted to bring up Katy Perry in general, because word on the street is, and everywhere from like Crazy Days and Nights to other websites and stuff, Katy Perry is turning into, by all accounts, like a female Jimmy Fallon.
What is that?
Like she's a fucking mess, supposedly.
Ah, okay.
Like she's just, you know, the boozing and the pills and stuff. Like she's supposedly she fell down too. There was another segment in American Idol where she's like dancing with somebody.
Oh, she Hillaried it?
Fell and made an asshole of herself.
Yeah, but to be fair, American Idol used to have Paula Abdul, who also had a pill problem, allegedly. So you always have to have like, or not, I'm sorry, American Idol had Paula Abdul. You always have to have like one pilled out person on the show. I think that's part of the prerequisite.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not saying it's wrong. And besides, I like Katy Perry because Katy Perry's sort of like that, you know, fading, kind of desperate, sad, you know, boozy, pillsy kind of fucking, you know what I mean? Like she's, you could land that. You're not landing fucking 2007, 2006 Katy Perry, but you can get this Katy Perry.
I like Katy Perry with her long hair better, by the way. This doesn't work for me.
Oh no, of course. Yeah, but what I'm saying is this is the one you can get. You know what I mean? So that's exciting. There's something sexy about that.
Right.
That Katy Perry is like, yeah, of course, everybody wants California Girls Katy Perry. Who doesn't? But you don't always get what you want. But you find that sometimes you get what you need.
Why is she dressed like Tommy Wiseau, too? That bothers me. All the fucking studs. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
tired. I'm wasted. I'm going to mouth rape this young 19-year-old.
I did not kiss him. It's not true. I did not. Oh, hi, Lionel.
I'm wearing far too much eye makeup. She's you know why? Because she's hiding up. Look at underneath the eye makeup. They did their best.
Yeah.
To really puff out the eye makeup, but you can still see the bags under her eyes. Look.
Right.
Look at those bags.
Yeah.
She's a fucking mess. That's why she's kind of sexy now. She's in a weird way, like in a conventional way, she's much less sexy than she was, 2 albums ago. However, in an unconventional way, she's actually much sexier now. You could bang that Katy Perry with a little smooth talking and 2 Jack and Cokes.
You think?
Oh, yeah, look at her. She's, I mean, I'm not saying, like, because obviously she's not hanging out here in Orlando. But, yeah, if you got her in a room with a little bit of attention for a couple minutes, having a couple of drinks, yeah, you can land a Katy Perry. She's a fucking, look at her. She's desperate for attention now.
Yeah. Yeah, again.
She just wants to be loved.
Give me brunette Katy Perry.
That's why she likes these little 19-year-old, boys with their little guitars. Because she, she romanticizes a different time in her life when she's like, oh, she's testing her music, being all innocent.
And she started as a church singer, too.
Yeah, but now she looks like fucking Sharon Stone at the end of Casino. And she's looking at him like, I'm going to fucking, maybe if she fucking sucks his dick and swallows, she'll reverse age a little bit. Like a dick vampire.
Speaking of dick vampire, Nancy Pelosi talking about the new prototype wall that Trump was looking at.
Look at this fucking retard. Why is she wearing a fucking St. Patrick's Day necklace? Hi, Pagoda! We're here to make fun of President Trump, we are.
The Irish savage.
The question is then, should Democrats give border wall funding, for example, right now when there isn't a hard deadline on the table like there was last month?
What do you think?
She asked you the
should we
question,
give a border wall for
stupid.
nothing? No, I don't think so. First of all, I think the border, did you see it? How high it is, and the rest of the presidents think the wall? I mean, really? In a civilized society would do something like that?
Yes.
Yes.
To keep it civilized.
That's why it's civilized.
Really? Really? You're asking me that question?
From what I've heard, they're trying to replace her as the minority. There's rumblings going around that there's some young guns that are going for her fucking position.
Good for her. Fucking dumb.
There's some sparky up-and-comer in the 60s who's going to go in there and take that job.
Somebody who's not desperately using their lips to hold their dentures in their dumb face.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid asshole. I hate her. We're a civilized society. Stupid fucking St. Patrick's Day bead necklace.
As obnoxious as it is, that's a community there with a border running through it. Okay, we have a difference of opinion on that. But a wall that big separating people, I mean,
Yes,
really?
it's
I guess
a wall
maybe I think-
separating two countries. Stop blurring the line. It's like all one big community, and they're just running a line through it. No, they're not. One is the United States. One is Mexico.
Why have a border at all then? I mean, if that's your thought, why have a border? Why are we the United States of America?
Don't give her any ideas. She's like, well, now you're talking.
Between walls, like I saw the wall in Northern Ireland years ago before the
Hi,
agreement
speaking of
was
Ireland, look at me
strength-
necklace. Sorry.
Changed to see. And that was like a tin fence. This is a big wall. So no, I mean, really, when there was comprehensive immigration reform, which was bipartisan in the Senate, and protected 11 million people, there were serious concessions made in the balance. For nothing, would we give for the wall? No. Well, I mean, what would be our motivation? But let me say this.
I don't know, fucking stopping illegal immigration so people don't get killed?
And let me be very clear.
You've never been clear.
If the Dreamers never existed, and thank God that they do.
Ugh!
Inspiration.
You virtue signaling cunt.
Pride. Thank God that they do. If they never existed, we still have a problem with what the president wants to do.
You have a problem with anything that he wants to do. You don't like anything he wants to do.
She looks like...
That's her house.
She looks like one of those motion-activated talking Halloween decorations. She's frightful.
That's Nancy Pelosi's house. As you can see, it is surrounded by a fence. And in my opinion, it's an obnoxiously high fence, if you were to ask me.
Not only that, it's surrounded by, white.
It doesn't look like she's surrounded by dreamers, does it? No. Is she surrounded by dreamers? Fuck her. They do need a new fucking minority leader.
Yes, they do.
I mean, it's... May I recommend another Kennedy?
Yo soy Joe Kennedy?
Yep. Yo soy Joe Kennedy.
Immigration? Sí.
Trump? No. I hate that woman.
Yo soy Joe Kennedy. And make sure you tell people free abortions for all.
Well, here's an article from Forbes. Mexico. I'm going off what she said. Where more Americans are murdered than in all other foreign countries combined.
But we're going to build a wall through a community, and you can't build a community with walls. You got to have no walls in the community.
It doesn't matter if it's a community. Then why have
If we build the walls, then the murders will get even worse.
Okay, Grandma. All right, Grandma. It's time for your pills, Grandma.
We have to build bridges, not walls.
Okay, Nana.
And open our hearts to the people.
I got it,
That's
Nana.
what we do.
Last week you told me, why do we have a colored housekeeper? And now you care?
Well, I preferred the Puerto Rican one more, and then you got the black Dominican one, and I don't trust her, and I've said things missing.
Okay, Nana. No woman that age is that open to living near any dreamer, by the way.
She's not fucking stealing anything from you, you old doddering fool. You just took your medication twice.
Yeah.
You old forgetful idiot.
Where more Americans are murdered than in all other foreign countries, that's Mexico, with beautiful beaches, stunning landscapes, historic ruins, and a myriad of business opportunities.
And then the other 90% of it. It's a big country of just shit. And then there are some places that are pretty nice.
Mexico has so much to offer American vacationers and business travelers. Millions of Americans visit the country annually without incident. But if you need the most recent government warnings and data, you may think twice about heading south of the border. Advisories released last month by the U.S. State Department tell Americans not to set foot in 5 Mexico states: Sinaloa, Colomia, Michoacán, Guerrera, and Tamaulipas.
Oh no, how will this affect the wrestling world?
Because of violent crimes, traveling to those states is dangerous according to the State Department's safety rating as traveling to Afghanistan, Syria, and Iraq. And Americans with plans to go to 11 other Mexican states should reconsider, the agency says. Most recent State Department data may also cause travelers to pause before booking trips to Mexico. In 2016, according to my analysis of data, more Americans were reportedly killed by homicide in Mexico than the combined total of Americans killed in homicide in every other country, outside of America, obviously. More than 31 million Americans visited Mexico in 2016, the National Travel Tourism Office said. State Department data shows there were reports of 75 American homicide victims there. In a comparison of 49 million Americans traveled to all foreign countries, and 69 were reportedly killed by homicide. Yeah, it's bad. The police are fucking corrupt.
Killed by homicide, the wrestler from LAX?
Yes.
We're cranking wrestling references.
Today's
on
a
the show
Wrestling
today.
Friday.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, look, clearly it's like I've tried to tell people they're not sending their best over here, but they're also not leaving their best there either. I guess what I'm trying to say is there's a lot that are not their best.
Listen, Pelosi, tell you what. Go live in Oakland, and then I'll listen to you, all right? Go live in Oakland next to the Dreamers and the people that you love. Go do that. But until you do that, shut the fuck up. You look like you live in the house from Full House.
I'll meet you in the middle, Pelosi. You don't have to go live in Oakland. Oakland's tough. Go live in Stockton. We'll meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Start there and see if you can even deal having to live in a middle-class neighborhood in Stockton and have to go get your own groceries. Do that for a week until you get dropped dead of heat exhaustion.
Here's an Alabama story, and I thought it was good.
It turns out, sadly, today House Speaker Pelosi has passed away. She died carrying a bag of groceries.
Should have got the half-gallon of milk.
Apparently, she had locked herself in her car and died of heat exhaustion. She did not realize she could have sustained herself with the groceries in the car.
This is from Alabama. Gadsden, Alabama.
Alabama, man.
Actually, I got you.
That fucking still makes me happy.
Gadsden, Alabama.
Is there any good place in Alabama? Like almost any state in the country could go like, yeah, we've got this. We got, whatever. There's no Mobile. Birmingham? But does anybody really ever... There's a couple of classic rock songs that mention Birmingham. Like, other than outside of an Allman Brothers song, you're never going to hear Birmingham mentioned.
Even
What a
Leonard
shithole.
Even Leonard Skinner came from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah, and then they were like, Sweet Home Alabama, but, somewhere near the border.
Gadsden, Alabama. Sheriff legally used $750,000 in inmate food funds for a $740,000 beach house.
That's awesome. Where do you even find a $700,000 home in Alabama?
Apparently by the beach.
Right by the beach, boy. No
This is
way. What kind of opulent house in Alabama?
An Alabama sheriff legally used more than $750,000 of funds meant to feed inmates to purchase a beach house. Etowah County Sheriff Todd Ederkin told the Birmingham News he follows a state law passed before World War II that allows sheriffs to keep excess inmate feeding funds for themselves.
What?
Entrick
What kind
reported
of
the
weird
state
place is Alabama?
Entrick reported on the state ethics from that he made more than $250,000 each of the past 3 years from the funds. The sheriff's annual salary is more than $93,000. He and his wife purchased a 4-bedroom house with an in-ground pool, canal access for $740,000. He got a $592,000 mortgage. The home is one of the several properties with a total assessed value of more than $1.7 million. I would love to see this house.
So am I. Like, I'm trying to think of where you would have a, where you'd have a fucking a house like that in Alabama. I mean, I know there's Mobile.
Georgia.
Georgia. Well, there you go.
I know it's not in Georgia. I'm looking. I'm seeing if I could find it.
Because you got like Mobile, and then there's Gulf Shores and that whole little area.
I'm
sure that near the coast of Alabama, it's got to be a little nicer.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they have to have some nice area. I mean, I'm sure someone in the comments that listens from Alabama is going to let us know.
Like, I'm doing Google Maps right now, and I can't find it, though. I can't find any nice, like, even near the coast, it's like, Jesus Christ, get your shit together.
God, I wish I could see the house, but I guess they don't want to dox him.
Don't dox people! He's a Bulgarian fascist.
I found it. The cash was used to buy a $740,000 4-bedroom beach house in the affluent town of Orange Beach near Pensacola.
Oh, yeah, it's right next to Gulf Shores. So, it's
there it
right
is.
on the border of Florida and Alabama. Yeah. Yeah,
That's the front of the house. That's the back of the house.
Holy shit. That is a nice those are nice digs.
It really is.
Those are very nice digs.
That is a nice setup. And, the inmates got to eat some food too, I guess.
Well, I mean, how much food do they need?
I mean, probably a lot.
I get it, but they broke the law. They got to be punished anyway. You might as well get the beach house.
That's fair. I didn't think about it that way.
That's how I would have rationalized it as I floated around with a beer resting on my stomach on a float in that beautiful pool. That luxurious pool.
Well, guys,
I'm looking around Orange Beach right now. It is nice.
It's about time to wrap up our Friday show.
No, I don't want to go. I want to stay.
We got to go.
Okay.
And today we actually have a synthwave track made by one of our fans, specifically for us. It's from, you could follow her, Social Exorcism on YouTube. Social Exorcism made a synthwave track for us.
Oh, really?
Yep. We're going to
Nice.
play it out. Made a nice little futuristic video, so we'll play that out with the end of the show. So thank you so much, Social Exorcism.
RevengeOfTheSys.com. Donate. Go to the donate tab. Help us out. Donate some cash if you can. If not, if you're going to be doing some Amazon shopping this weekend, whenever you're listening to this, go to our site first. Click on the Amazon banner. It helps us. We get a little commish. And vapes.com for helping me quit smoking. And I don't know, what else? What else? Like, subscribe, share, rate us 5 stars on iTunes specifically. And invite your friends to like us on Facebook. That's all I got.
Thank you so much, guys. We will be back Monday. Take it easy. Thank you again, Social Exorcism. The name of the song is ROTC Wave. We're out.